Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So appearance day and disappearance day of various acharyas are actually a great benediction for all of us. Because these 2 days are the days when we can meditate on these personalities. In fact, every day we should do. But then these 2 days are exclusive days to think about them, to glorify them, and understand their glories. And for ISKCON devotees, appearance day of Srila Prabhupada and disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada is a very, very, very important day. Because Jadi Prabhupada na hoy to tabe ki hoy to jivana bahita kish. Without Prabhupada, all of us are zero. Just think about our life without Prabhupada. If you just remove Prabhupada from our life, nothing remains. Except our anarthas, nothing will remain. Yes. If today, if we're coming together under one roof and we're practicing devotional service, it's only because of this one personality, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Very beautiful song. Jadi Prabhupada na hoy to tabe ki hoy to. If Prabhupada wouldn't have been there, what would have happened to all of us? We would have been swimming, or we would continued to swim in the dirty waters of this gutter, the material world. And would enjoy also. Because a pig, when it is eating stool, the pig will not understand it is not proper or whatever. But a human being who is elevated in his consciousness can understand that this is not proper. This is dirty. And we were continuing our own lives like that. And only when Srila Prabhupada's agent came in our life, he changed the entire thing. So it's Prabhupada Shakti, that is running the entire ISKCON. In fact, many of the times, when there are management meetings, so at that time they conclude that yes, it's by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that ISKCON is running. Because first all the issues will be discussed, and so many issues, this issue, that issue, this is going on, that is going on. And then the question comes, how is ISKCON expanding still? How is still this management happening? How is still this entire organization is flourishing? And the answer is only one. It's a transcendental Leela of Krishna and Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, it's not possible. Not possible at all. So many things we can speak about Srila Prabhupada. His glories. But one of his glories is this book. The first canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. A very, very amazing book. In fact, Srila Prabhupada wrote this with a mood that maybe I might not be there for writing other cantos. So let me put my entire heart into this canto. Therefore, every single purport of the first canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is very, very important. And we will see elaborate description, elaborate purports in the first canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So how this canto was printed and how Prabhupada struggled to print this canto is a discussion for today. Very, very interesting, very deep, very touching, very emotional as well. The first thing that Srila Prabhupada started in lines of executing the instruction of his spiritual master, which he got in the year 1922, was writing various articles and distributing in a magazine called Back to Godhead. Wartime was going on. 1947, wartime is going on. And during that time, Prabhupada was busy writing his articles. And to write articles, he thought this busy hustle bustle of the city will not work. Let me go to Vrindavan. And in Vrindavan, he stayed on the banks of Yamuna. This was the first place where Prabhupada stayed, called Vamshi Gopal Mandir. So Prabhupada stayed in Vamshi Gopal Mandir first. And Prabhupada was very happy in Vrindavan. Very happy. The description, again, all glories to Satswarup Maharaj, who has given us this, again, wonderful book called Prabhupada Lilamrit. Without this, understanding of Prabhupada is very difficult. Everything is there at one place and so wonderful. You can just go on reading multiple times also. So when Prabhupada was there in Vrindavan, he was very happy. Prabhupada describes, and Satsvarup Maharaj is describing Prabhupada's mood and Prabhupada's feelings at that time when he was in Vrindavan. Prabhupada is saying, when we get up early in the morning here, the only thing that we hear everywhere is Radhe Radhe. And then Prabhupada would go around, various Vrajavasis will greet Prabhupada, Jai Radhe. And Prabhupada will reply, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada has his own style of doing things, I tell you. And he was very happy. Jamuna is flowing in front. He's in front of his temple. Jamuna is flowing. And a very, very beautiful atmosphere altogether. And there Prabhupada would be writing books. Not books. He was writing articles for Back to Godhead magazine. And he was staying there. But then for printing and publication, he has to go to Delhi. So from Vrindavan, every day he would travel to Delhi in the morning. Now in Delhi, he does not have any place to stay. Again, evening he'll come back. Great crunch of time, money and energy also. There are many, many pastimes where we hear about Srila Prabhupada's Back to Godhead magazine distribution. How he was struggling so much. Fasting just to have some wealth, have some money so that he can use that for printing. He would fast, not take breakfast. In the scorching summer of Delhi, he'll faint sometimes. Hit by a cow once. And there's many pastimes are there. How he struggled distributing Back to Godhead magazine. But Back to Godhead magazine, pastimes were put a full stop after 12 consecutive fortnight publications. Because there was no money. And just for a relationship, a printing press will not entertain, printing Back to Godhead magazines. So stopped. But Prabhupada's enthusiasm didn't stop. He went on writing. On and on and on. When all this was going on, in different times, at night, in the dream, Prabhupada's spiritual master would appear and put a bomb. And that bomb was, you should take sannyas. And Prabhupada says in the lectures that I was scared. Whenever I would get to this dream, I would get scared. I have to take sannyas. But then the dream was so repeated that finally he has to. So he went to his godbrother, senior godbrother. His name was Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj at Keshavji Math in Mathura. And there, on a very, very auspicious day, on 17th September 1959, two devotees took sannyas. One was Abhay Babu, our Srila Prabhupada, and second devotee's name was Sanatan Prabhu. So Abhay Babu got the name A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. And Sanatan Prabhu got the name Muni Maharaj, Muni Swami. So in this way we have these two personalities. And we have that photo also, that famous photo where Srila Prabhupada is standing on one side with his stick, Sannyas Danda and Muni Maharaj is on the other side, and Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Maharaj is sitting on the chair. So in this way he took sannyas. But taking sannyas didn't change any of the circumstance. Still he was struggling for money. Still he was struggling to get a place in Delhi. Still he was struggling to find some food on time. He was struggling. And when all this was going on, with Back to Godhead, with stopped, publications are stopped and all that, distribution was still going on, whatever was there left over. And at that time, two personalities inspired Prabhupada. One was a librarian, whom Srila Prabhupada had a good relation with, and another one was an army officer. They both, in the span of few days, both of them inspired Srila Prabhupada saying, see, you're printing magazines, that's okay, but people read it and throw it. So what is the use of it? Better write books. And when this happened twice, Prabhupada took it as an instruction and an inspiration coming from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, that my spiritual master wants it. And that's how the entire thing began. That is, writing books, and especially the Bhakti Vedanta purports. This is how it began. Two materialists told Prabhupada that you should start, and Prabhupada began. But Prabhupada didn't see that two materialists are speaking. But Prabhupada saw that how spiritual master is speaking through them. These are how great souls are able to connect, various things very nicely. Srila Prabhupada returned to Delhi. That was the scene. Vrindavan, Delhi, Vrindavan, Delhi. They came to Delhi, and it is said, whatever contacts he had, because he was printing, various Back to God magazines. So one of the old printing contacts, he gave a free room in a temple called Radha Krishna in Chippivada. There are photos available, you all can see. Radha Krishna temple in Chippivada. Now it is a very, very congested area where both Hindu-Muslim crowd is there. Lot of shops and lot of things. And in this Chippivada room, pretty small. In that, Prabhupada would put his day and night together to write his books. And food and sleep are incidental. What does that mean? Mila to mila. Mila to kha lenge. If the owner of the place, if he would send, you'll eat. And or else, just there like that. He was above the bodily platform where he was busy writing his books. Busy with the goal in the mind, I have to preach this message of Krishna consciousness. And his main goal when he was writing was, I have to be in line with the parampara. He was referring to the Bengali commentaries of his spiritual master Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and the previous Goswamis who are there. His main thing was that I want to be in line with the parampara, and that's how he was writing his Bhakti Vedanta purports. And so true. When we go through these purports and then do a comparative study with the Acharya's commentaries, we see that how Srila Prabhupada had literally taken it from one place and then put it in his Bhakti Vedanta purports in a way which we can understand. So when he came back to Vrindavan, so that place where he was staying, Vamshi Gopalji Mandir, from there he shifted to Radha Damodar Mandir. So this is the place which is still preserved. And we are very fortunate whenever we go to Vrindavan, we get to see that place. Obviously now they have put AC and nicely painted. It was not like that. The old photos, if we see, is just a room. Like the roof is not proper and the walls are not proper. And then there was a kitchen on the other side. So Prabhupada would cook. Prabhupada would offer to the lordships. And Prabhupada, when he would be having his prasad, he would be looking at the samadhis of Rupa Goswami. You look at Samadhi of Rupa Goswami, Bhajan Kutir of Rupa Goswami, and you will be having his prasad. And when you will be having his prasad, looking at the Samadhis of these personalities, he would feel as if all the Goswamis there, all the personalities there, they're saying, go from here. Go out of Vrindavan. Preach. Can you imagine you're staying at one place and everyone is saying, get out of this place, get out of this place. So Prabhupada would be feeling this. Go out of this place, go out of this place and preach. Prabhupada would be sitting in his room, and from his room, even today, if you see, there are 4 deities in the altar in Radha Damodar Mandir. On the left side, we have Radha Vrindavan Chandra. Very beautiful deity, huge deity. So Prabhupada would be sitting in his room and then taking darshan of Vrindavan Chandra. So this was the thing that was going on. Simultaneously, every day he's writing. He's writing his purports to Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto. So in his mind, he designed the first canto in 3 volumes. So first volume was there till, if I'm not wrong, till 6th chapter. 7th chapter, 7th shloka. And then second volume from 7th chapter, 8th shloka or something like that. And then after that, the rest of it, that was remaining in 3rd volume. So in this way, he designed his volumes. But then, first volume he began writing, sitting in Vrindavan, all the ecstatic purports that we read. Again, to publish, he cannot be here. He has to go to Delhi. He went to his Chippivada temple room. He went there. Now he was thinking whom to approach. Firstly, he does not have money. Yeah, he wants to publish books. Who will actually help him? He started thinking, and then he approached a person called Mr. Hitarsan Sharma or Hitarsaran Sharma. Now this person who was there, he was the secretary of a big shot called J.D. Dalmia. And this person, Mr. Sharma, was pretty good, wealthy philanthropist. And he was also leading the printing works of a press called Radha Press. Remember this name. We'll come back to this name, Radha Press. Now, when he went to talk to Mr. Hitarsaran Sharma, so he said, see, this DJ or JD Dalmia, he is not going to give money just like that. But then one thing is there, I can give you a contact from where you can go and collect funds. Maybe that person will help you. Mr. Sharma gave the contact of Hanuman Prasad Podarji, the owner of Gita Press, Gorakhpur. Now Prabhupada has to travel. This thought for Prabhupada. Now he has to travel from Delhi to Gorakhpur. That itself was so pressing. Pressing thing was finance. है नहीं पैसा कहाँ से जाएंगे? So Prabhupada, he writes, in one of his entries in 1962, this is 8th August 1962 entry, where he had only 130 rupees. Now he's supposed to travel from Delhi to Lucknow, Lucknow to Gorakhpur. So from Delhi to Lucknow, around 55 rupees was spent. How much remained? 75. And from Lucknow to Gorakhpur, ticket was 60 rupees. How much remained? 15. Now just think about it. If he does not get any donation, if say Hanuman Prasad Podarji says, nahi dunga, go. How will he come back? He has only 15 rupees. This was struggle of Srila Prabhupada. Great struggle. And then he went to Hanuman Prasad Podarji. And then he showed his manuscripts. Hanuman Prasad Podarji is again not an ordinary personality. Very elevated devotee of the Lord. And he could see that yes, this is very, very valuable for the entire human society. And then he went through all that and then he said, I will help you. And he gave 4,000 rupees to Srila Prabhupada. This was the first donation that Srila Prabhupada got to publish his first volume of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto. Now the thing was, Srila Prabhupada, when he was contemplating on how much cost this volume 1 will take, he could roughly calculate it will take 7,000 rupees. Now he just has 4,000 rupees. 3,000 kahan se aayega? Then he went around to different places, different donors, and then begged them and got some hundreds. Obviously, he couldn't get whatever he was supposed to get. But then with this, whatever he had, he started. He told Mr. Hitarsaran Sharma that please start printing. And with this money, since some money was given, they started printing. Now Srila Prabhupada's enthusiasm increased. The printing start ho gaya. But now there was a problem. First 2 chapters were printed and Prabhupada is seeing the print and the font type is not proper, the size is not proper, it's just 10 points. Prabhupada wanted 12 points, the font size. And then Mr. Sharma, he is saying that, no, we just have this much. And then Prabhupada said, no, get it from someone else, get it done. Then Mr. Sharma said that we have another person called Gautam, Mr. Gautam, who is heading OK Press. So Radha Press is Mr. Sharma and OK Press is Mr. Gautam. Then these transcripts were given to Mr. Gautam in OK Press and there the printing started. So this way we see that the printing of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam began. And Srila Prabhupada is one-man army. जो भी करना है खुद से करना है. There is no assistant for Prabhupada. So Prabhupada would go, to the printing press, and then they would keep some sheets ready for proofreading. He will get that, go to his Chipivada temple room, sit there, and then he will do the proofreading. And again, after proofreading, he'll come back, give it to the OK Press people with corrections. And then again they'll print second time, and then again he'll get it, again start reading. And does proofreading, then corrections, and again he'll give. Like that third time, also he'll come back with the proof. And then finally, when there are no errors, then he'll say continue. Like this, for multiple times it has to be done. There's so many chapters, and he has to do that. There was one person, a boy, 14-year-old boy called Kantavedi. So he was there in the same place, So he would help Prabhupada sometimes. An old man, so let me help. With that mode, he'll just go and help. Now, when the printing was going on, it is so wonderful. Look at Prabhupada's confidence and his guts. When the printing is going on, still he's writing few chapters for first volume. He's still writing. Money is also not there. Enough money is also not there. Still he's continuing to write. This was towards the end of 1962. Remember these dates, these are very important. When did he meet Hanuman Prasad Podarji? This was in August 1962. Now towards the end of 1962, Srila Prabhupada would himself go in the busy streets of this place, Chippivada and then Chauri Bazaar, doing a lot of different activities. Going to the place where he gets papers and then going to OK Press and all that is going on. So he would personally go and get the work done. It took 4 months just for printing. We're talking about this book, first part. 3 parts of this book. So I'm talking about the first part of this book. It took 4 months to get it printed. And after that, Mr. Sharma passed on that sheets to a binder. So binding was happening. Now this binding was also very nice. It was hand binding. So people would be sitting in line and passing the papers and then they would be stitching. And that's how the binding would happen. So in this way, 1 month took in binding. So 5 months gone. And simultaneously, look at Prabhupada, what all things he's doing simultaneously. So proofreading and all he was doing. Writing the chapters, purports to the rest of the chapters. Along with that, look at Prabhupada's creativity. He designed this dust cover also. See this? So this is called as dust cover. So this is how initial Bhagavatam would also look like, with a brown cover and golden fonts. So this is how the description says. This is how it was at the start also. And this is called as dust cover, where you have this diagrams. And for your information, Prabhupada designed this. In the middle, you see in the front page, there's a lotus and there is Radha and Krishna. I was reading Satsvarup Maharaj's description. So in that, then I saw very closely. So this part has got Radha Krishna, and then there are some leelas also. One leela that is displayed here. And then this part we have Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan party in this entire lotus you see. And then the effulgence that is coming out from this Goloka Vrindavan. Then there is one place where Mahavishnu is shown. And then from Mahavishnu, many universes are coming. And then there are different Vishnu Murtis which are shown here. So, if I'm not wrong, they're 24 in number. And the names also given. See, Sri Madhava, Sri Aniruddha, Sri Hari. So there are 24 of them. And not just this. Prabhupada is so perfectionist. He gives a description of this dust cover here, inside. The description of dust cover is also given. So what does this dust cover talks about? Very wonderful. So in this way, Prabhupada designed this. Now who will print this dust cover? Someone has to print, no? So Radha Press, Mr. Sharma, he said, no, we'll get this printed. OK Press is getting printed what? The pages of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And then got the binding done. And now the dust cover is ready. This is for the volume 1. And 1100 copies were printed and they were ready for distribution. Haribol. But distributors are not there. Prabhupada is one-man army. He is the only one who is supposed to distribute. And he doesn't have enough money. He told print 1100 copies. But then that much money is not there to get all of them. So Prabhupada's thing was, he had some Lakshmi to get 100 copies from them. So he paid, got 100 copies. Now his entire plan, look at Prabhupada's planning. Amazing plan. So Prabhupada's planning was, okay, 100 copies are there. Now he'll distribute the 100 copies. And then after distributing the 100 copies, whatever Lakshmi comes, and then he will give the money there in the press and then get rest of it, distribute again, give the debt back, fulfill the debt and things like that. And that's how the entire volume 1 distribution was planned. Now, how will volume 2, volume 3 will get distributed? So, Prabhupada's plan was, whatever profit comes from distribution of volume 1 books, then we'll use it for distributing or printing volume 2. Then whatever profit comes from the distribution of volume 2, that we'll use it for distribution and printing of volume 3. But none of it worked. How much Prabhupada alone he will do? On foot, he will go around distributing books. One book, distributing this book, which costed rupees 16 at that time. Door to door is going and distributing. But Prabhupada's vision was always very high. He personally went and gave these books to great personalities. Materially great, yes. Like, for example, Dr. Radhakrishnan. And then he got reviews from them. Prabhupada knew the techniques. He got reviews from them. Then he gave the book to Hanuman Prasad Poddarji. He gave review. And then Bon Maharaj from Gaudiya Math, he gave review. Then Dr. Zakir Hussain, who was Vice President at that time of India, he gave reviews. So like that, he got the reviews, and then that was also put in one place where he can show it to various donors who were there. And then he went to the Ministry of Education. From there, he got some orders. Some 600 rupees they gave. And then he got some orders, 18 copies orders from US Embassy. So in this way, the distribution of volume 1 was happening. See, in all these different personalities who were there, for them, this particular book, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, was not a very big thing for them. For that small boy, Kantavedi, for him, what was this book? For Mr. Sharma, Mr. Gautam, for them it was any other book that was getting printed. For Dr. Zakir Hussain, he gave a review and maybe he might have forgotten. Our Hanuman Prasad Poddarji, he gave a review, he saw the book, he appreciated, done. But this book was the bliss of Srila Prabhupada. Why? It was blissful for Srila Prabhupada because he was seeing that I'm able to execute instruction of my spiritual master. He was cherishing this thing with him. So much he was cherishing. That yes, somewhere I'm getting close to this. And just with the thought that my spiritual master will be pleased, Srila Prabhupada was blissful. It's very difficult to understand Srila Prabhupada's situation. Basic necessities were not properly taken care of for Srila Prabhupada, the old man. And in all this struggle, going forward, backward. Many times in book marathon, we think, we have to carry these books and go to another place and then distribute, come back. Then we have to, then we have this accounting, then we have to tally how many books distributed, how many, we are remaining and things like that. But still we are young. We are young. And we go in vehicles. Prabhupada was going by walk. And he was not feeling that pain because the mood was very clear. The mood was, my spiritual master is pleased. Krishna is pleased. So he was very blissful. So how can a devotee be very blissful in Krishna conscious services? Very important question. When the devotee is able to connect that service to the parampara and to Krishna, the devotee naturally derives nourishment. And that nourishes the entire existence, and the devotee will be blissful. Irrespective of what are the external conditions. Prabhupada is the proof for that. Prabhupada is the proof. His entire life sketch is a proof for this. Therefore, it's very important that we should be able to connect whatever services we are doing to the lordships, to the parampara, and just see how pleased they will be by this service. And their pleasure is actually our pleasure, and we will see how blissful we will be. And Srila Prabhupada was blissful in this entire mess that he was going through. He was still blissful. Now, when he completed volume 1, he didn't pause. As soon as he completed, volume 2 writing started. Simultaneously, it was going on. Volume 2, day and night putting together. Now, this was all happening in Chippivada in that hustle and bustle. So, Prabhupada said, to complete volume 2, let me go to Vrindavan. So, Prabhupada went to Vrindavan. sitting in Radha Damodar Mandir, absorbed in Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy names of the Lord in the atmosphere of Vrindavan, he penned down the purports, Bhakti Vedanta purports to volume 2 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1. These purports are very, very, very ecstatic, written in a very, very wonderful place like Vrindavan. Now, when the volume 2 writing was going on, and some parts he had completed, then he decided, okay, let me go back to Delhi. Then he goes back to Delhi again. Now he has to raise funds for second volume. First volume ko to mil gaya tha, 4,000 from Hanuman Prasad Podarji. And the description says after that he never got so much amount from anyone as a donation. So it was Hanuman Prasad Podarji who gave. He was roaming around and trying to find various donors, talking to them. People are appreciating his work, but who will give value to this? The market for the spiritual books is very low. So at that time, people were not giving any importance to all this. But still, some people were appreciating, giving some donation, some 100 rupees. Some places I was reading about from some Prabhupada's pastime, 10 rupees, 20 rupees. And such amount was given. And Srila Prabhupada was happy with whatever he was getting as Krishna's mercy. Now, fundraising, how he would do? He would show volume 1 and then he would open the review page that is there where various reviews are given, and then he'll show those reviews and say, see, these are things. And then the way he'll convince the donors is, see, I don't want money for my maintenance. I want money for printing these books. Please help me. So in this way, Prabhupada would be going door to door, begging and begging just to get some funds. And finally, by Lord Shri Krishna's mercy, an executive at a sugar factory called L&H Sugar Factory gave 5,000 rupees for second volume printing. So just imagine, we are feeling happy just by reading all this. How much Prabhupada would be happy? Oh, 5,000! Huge amount. Huge amount. But now there were some problems that was happening in the printing of volume 1. Now one person, how much he will do, no? He has to write also, he has to do proofreading also, he has to supervise, go and see things there. Volume 1 ka theek se printing ho raha hai ki nahi. And then he has to also check for volume 2, fundraising. So in all this, for volume 2 when he was doing fundraising and writing, etc. So that time what happened is, for volume 1, the printing almost stopped because Mr. Sharma, he was not giving money to OK Press on timely basis. And some other order came in OK Press. That was an order with cash. So they had money they were giving. So this order took over Srila Prabhupada's book. And it all slowed down and it stopped also at one point. So Prabhupada was very angry at Mr. Sharma. When Prabhupada is angry, you all know what he does. He just chastises him left and right. Early in 1964, volume 2 went for printing. So you see, it all started in 1962. And now we're talking about early 1964. Maybe January, February, like that. And this time, after he saw that how Mr. Sharma was dealing, he decided he himself will now supervise the production. Bas bahut ho gaya. Now I will do it. Already he was doing so much. Now he decided that I will do. Now what all things he would be doing? He will go to the shop to purchase paper. Send that to this OK Press. And there he would supervise. And then he'll keep pressing people there. Get the work done fast. And then he'll get the sheets which are printed. Do proofreading. Again go back and give them. Again get it back. Do proofreading. Errors. Again go back. Get it. Proofreading. Like that 2-3 times proofreading would happen. And in this way, the same process started for volume 2 as well. When the printing was done, again, dust cover remained the same. The dust cover remained the same for the volume 2 also. Books he would get, go around distributing on his foot, walking place to place, door to door, going to the same people who purchased volume 1. Now take volume 2 now. And Prabhupada continued struggling. And then he decided, by the way, when the distribution of volume 2 was happening, volume 3 was writing already at night. So the entire activity of this Acharya is so mesmerizing. Mornings he would be busy, absorbed in his chanting and other things, spiritual activities. And then late in the morning he'll go around, when the shops open, he'll go around doing all this work, purchase paper, give it to OK Press, Radha Press, all that. Then fight with Mr. Sharma, fight with Mr. Gautam. And it's not easy to deal with labels. When he's purchasing paper and sending on a cart or something like that, do you think it's easy? Getting all that things done. And obviously after getting the books, going around distributing it, and still at night, peacefully, with complete absorption, he would pen down the Bhaktivedanta purports to volume 2 of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So this was the activity of Srila Prabhupada the entire day. And then he decided, volume 3, I'll go back to Vrindavan and write. He went to Radha Damodar Mandir to pen down the Bhaktivedanta purports for volume 3. Now he was thinking, when writing is going on, about to complete, he was thinking, where should I go for fundraising now? First time Hanuman Prasad Podarji gave 4,000. Second time L&H Sugar Factory gave 5,000. Abhi kaun dega? So Prabhupada felt, this time let me go to Bombay. Now it's called as Mumbai. Let me go to Bombay for fundraising. And Prabhupada went there. And there in Bombay, he was raising funds and he stayed at a place called Prem Kutir Dharmashala. And there what would happen is, it was Dharmashala, for free he was staying there. But for distributing books he was going out. So there was gossip and rumor that started inside. Oh, look at the Swamiji. He's in saffron, but going around distributing books for money making. Look at the money making mind of this old man. Obviously, owners were not speaking like that. Prabhupada is telling all this in a lecture. Owners were not speaking, but people around, they were speaking about all this. But what to do? Prabhupada was not affected with all this. Now, this Radha Press owner was J.D. Dalmia. So, his relatives were around in that place. So, Prabhupada stayed in their house for 15 days. And the anxiety that was there was, now who is going to fund my volume 3? And from his godbrothers, he got to know about a very pious lady called Mrs. Sumati Murarji. I just think, what destination Sumati Murarji would get. How much blessings she would have got from Srila Prabhupada. How much blessings. So he went to meet Mrs. Sumati Murarji, owner of Sky India Teamship Company. Now it's very nice to note that this lady was very nice. But Mr. Choksky, the secretary, now he had his own things, right? He has to do his job as secretary, not allow anyone and everyone to go inside. So she was busy and he told Prabhupada that no, you cannot go inside. So Prabhupada had decided, he was determined. When he is determined, he'll get the work done. He was determined to meet Mrs. Sumati Murarji, owner of Sky India Steamship Company, big personality. She was busy in the meetings. And Prabhupada sat on the stairs for 5 hours that day, chanting on his beats, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And when Sumati Murarji came out of the cabin with the secretary, Mr. Choksky, she was angry and there's a lot of discussion happening, and she comes out and she says, oh, Swamiji is sitting here. A sadhu is sitting here. And then she asked the secretary, what is he doing here and who is he? And then he describes that he came to meet you, but then you're busy in the meeting, so he's sitting here from the last 5 hours. And this lady, very kind-hearted lady, she called Prabhupada in the cabin, and then he told Swamiji, what can I do? How can I help you? And Prabhupada said that I want you to fund my volume 3 printing of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam first canto. And she said, please come tomorrow morning, with your transcripts, we'll discuss. I'll help you whatever way I can. And next day, Srila Prabhupada again came, and then he was going through, he showed the transcript, she was going through the transcripts. She was very happy, and she decided, yes, I will help you. So in this way, Sumati Murarji was the one who funded the 3rd volume printing of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 1. Now, whatever last few chapters are remaining, Prabhupada came back to Vrindavan and peacefully he started writing the Bhakti Vedanta purports, for this. Now, it's very nice to note when Srila Prabhupada went back to Vrindavan, Prabhupada will never do anything small. Even at that time when he had no money, he organized a big Janmashtami festival where he invited the governor also. And for your information, that was 31st August 1964. Big Janmashtami organized by Srila Prabhupada, governor was there, many people were invited, and Prabhupada spoke about his vision in that meeting. And next day, 1st September 1964, Srila Prabhupada turned 69. So in this way, now the manuscript was ready, money was ready, and now he entered the same world of printing. Running around in that place, staying in Chippivada, going to the paper shop to purchase paper, giving it to OK Press, they're pressing them, get the work done fast, and then getting the proofs, and then start reading, correcting, giving it back, getting the proofs again after correction, and again he would go around reading it, correcting it, giving it back, and like this, Srila Prabhupada completed the proofreading of volume 3, and now he was expecting that volume 3 will get printed by January 1st, 1965. Obviously, it didn't happen, it happened later after that, yes. But 1965, before August, volume 3 was also ready. And now if you calculate, we started from August 1962. Now it is 1965. Yes. So in between, obviously the printing didn't start immediately. So when the printing started, so it took 2 years to complete this printing of volume 1, 2, 3 of Canto 1. 2 years. And now it takes 2 minutes. Hare Krishna, gogita.in. You just order and you just get it. You go to any ISKCON center, you get volume 1. Therefore, volume 1 we just distribute like this on the streets also. With Bhagavad Gita, we distribute this book as well. Why? Because this book is very special. Very, very special. Srila Prabhupada said, when people would ask that, oh, you're going to America? He said, no. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is going to America. I am just going as a servant behind Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. This was the mood of Srila Prabhupada. So when Prabhupada is doing so much of endeavor, so we as his followers, one thing should be very clear, that we should also do something in return. The first thing that we can do is, इतने मेहनत से लिखे हैं उसको पढ़ना तो चाहिए. Scrutinizingly reading Srila Prabhupada's books. We cannot think of doing this massive service. What Srila Prabhupada has done, the massive service that he has done, we cannot think of doing it also. Forget about doing it. We cannot think of doing it. We cannot dream of doing it also. He has done it. And he has kept it ready for all of us. Now the only thing that we have to do is read these books scrutinizingly. First thing. Second, distribute these books. Whenever we go out for book distribution, we should always think about this, that how Srila Prabhupada single-handedly went around distributing books. So we can just imagine that Prabhupada is going around distributing and we are assisting him. That should be the mode when we are going out for book distribution. And the third thing, we have to scrutinizingly study, and we ourselves have to imbibe in our day-to-day life, and then present it in a very logical, systematic, scientific way for people in general, so that they can fall in love with Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and in Krishna consciousness as a whole. So this is the service that is left to us to do. Srila Prabhupada left this service for all of us. Read his books, distribute his books, present his books systematically, to this generation in this age of Kali. And these books are so miraculous. Now, I hope all of us understand that with so much of intensity when Srila Prabhupada has written these books, then don't you think that even one line, one paragraph, one page, one chapter is enough to change the life of people? Then what to talk about those devotees who read the entire book? they will become fixed up devotees, Krishna conscious devotees. So in this way, Srila Prabhupada has put his heart and soul, sweat and blood to get this first canto for all of us. And like this, rest of the cantos, like this, the Krishna book, in the same way, Chaitanya Charitamrita. So like this, 80 volumes of books Srila Prabhupada has given us. This is the glory. So today, the treasure that we have with us, the association of Srila Prabhupada, direct association of Srila Prabhupada that we have with us is through these books. And anyone who reads these books scrutinizingly, attentively, with a mood of serving Srila Prabhupada, mood of serving Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, they will surely be awarded wonderful realizations from this great personality, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So all glories to Srila Prabhupada. And on this auspicious day of disappearance of Srila Prabhupada, this is what we have to meditate on. That what all things Srila Prabhupada has left behind for all of us. And how I can utilize this for growing in Krishna consciousness. And how I can distribute this. Firstly, maintain this and distribute this for people in general. So that the house that Srila Prabhupada created with the vision of giving shelter to the entire world get fulfilled very soon. So this is the mood of devotees in ISKCON. This is the expected mood of the devotees. And this mood we can nicely see in all the Prabhupada disciples who saw Prabhupada doing all this. Maybe the first canto they didn't see, but rest of the cantos they have seen. How in the middle of the night Prabhupada would be sitting to translate these books. Prabhupada disciples have seen all this through their own eyes, and therefore you can see that spark in Prabhupada disciples. The spark that we don't get. These Prabhupada disciples who are very, very old, they are still very lively because they have seen Srila Prabhupada doing all this. And thanks, great thanks to Satswarup Maharaj, who has presented all the struggle in this wonderful book called Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit. And anyone who reads that will fall in love with Srila Prabhupada. Therefore, in various preaching programs, the first book that is given is Prabhupada Lilamrit condensed version. And after that, other books of Srila Prabhupada. And when people read, they see, so amazing. In fact, one of the foreign philosophers, I forgot his name, he writes, in one of his book, where he says that what Srila Prabhupada has done, no one can comprehend even after putting all the logic and all the science available in this world. Because this cannot be described scientifically and logically. Because everything that was happening around was illogical. Illogical. And how this entire ISKCON manifested was completely illogical. Because the person who is going there to preach is old man. People there are young, hippies, completely addicted to drugs, sex, etc. And they had only two slogans. Just follow what your mind says and never have faith in any person who is above 30 years old. These are two slogans. And Srila Prabhupada is going there to instruct them to do what they are supposed to do. And what is the age of Srila Prabhupada? When he went there, he was 70. More than double the age of that slogan, what they were chanting. And then he goes to a place like Bauri. You can imagine any place, in any metropolitan city, a place where prostitutes are staying, where bars are there, where all rogues are staying. Such place was Prabhupada in when he started his preaching. But the purity which Srila Prabhupada had, purity in his purpose, purity in his entire conduct, purity in his behavior, purity of his thought, all that purity put together transformed the lives of people who were coming to hear Srila Prabhupada. So on this very auspicious day, we have to be very, very fortunate. And we should just comprehend our great fortune that somehow we bumped into ISKCON. And then we got to know about A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So when you're offering Pushpanjali to Srila Prabhupada on his disappearance day, now when we're offering flowers, that those flowers should be flowers of gratitude. And with a thank in the heart, that thank you Srila Prabhupada for everything that you've done for me. Now it's my turn. I'll try to do whatever little I can. I promise. Thank you very much. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.